Hello friends, this is Kier, and welcome back to Pleasant Lost Your Cybertown Station. This is definitely a different, we're having the match you side buns. Definitely not the same day as the last video. Oh wait, the same painting. No it's not. Welcome to our fun wild clubhouse. So, if you don't know who Juno is, go back to last episode, I introduced him. Do you want to share your handle with people?
Oh, my handle. I guess just my Instagram. Building HP. It's building, the word, the structure, and HP. The hit points, Harry Potter, Hewlett Packard.
We have like an interesting friendship relationship because you knew me when I wasn't necessarily telling people I was straight, but that was like the vibe I was.
That was the vibe, yes.
And then you weren't physically around me when I came out. You kind of like virtually witnessed me come out, I guess.
Yes. I have a feeling, at least at the moment, that you are my only out non-binary friend who I have working knowledge of. You aren't a person that I just know from online or
But we have the type of friendship where you could ask me about stuff and I'll tell you, or in turn ask you questions back, or
we're cut from the same cloth.
The same spawn point.
The same spawn point, and then we travel to different areas of the map.
Yeah.
And our characters just develop different builds.
Yeah.
I stayed in the cis character build, but developed the gay skill.
Yeah.
And you chose a different character build. That's a great topic of question/contention. Do you think coming out as binary was more a choice you were making actively, or was it an actualization of something you've always
non-binary
felt?
Or binary?
Non-binary.
So I've always felt feelings of that. I try not to too heavily base my identity on how I wanted to present. Because people who grew up and were I just want to wear makeup, or I just want to wear a dress, or I want to wear high heels, or maybe things even more subtle than that. For me, I really like a really subtle eyeliner and an eyebrow pencil. But growing up, obviously there's no makeup allowed for boys. Or even the way I talk, if I listen to myself talking from 3 years ago, I've just let myself talk more in the way that I wanted to talk. A lot of drag queens, I really like the way that they talk, So, not that I'm trying to copy that, but it's just being how I want to be, or being myself. There's been pockets of time throughout, or even with queerness, it's I've always felt the attraction to more than just women. In terms of growing up, it's obviously you don't say that, or you don't even grow that, because I feel I grew my attraction to women. I don't know, in terms of the presentation thing, I've felt that, and sometimes I've been oh, maybe that was wanting to be non-binary or whatever, which it could be, being oh, I want to wear more girly stuff today. Now I'm definitely super comfortable blending that together on a daily basis. It's just part of me now, and I think I've always desired that.
What did I do? Okay.
Both queerness in terms of gender and in terms of sexuality have been burgeoning things my whole life. But the people that I chose to surround myself with, and also the people who family and stuff, not to say that they were super against those types of things, it just wasn't a very nurturing environment for me to grow those things.
I understand.
Into where I needed to be.
Well, I asked because there definitely is a disconnect between certain sections of the cis LGBT community.
Yeah.
And everything that falls into trans and non-binary gender expressions. And it's something that I kind of realized back in college when I was sort of participating minorly in the women's center activities. And getting to know the queer people on campus.
The women's center was great.
And that's where a lot of the queer people congregated on campus. But it was just sort of a realization moment where just because I'm an out gay man doesn't mean that poses any kind of support to the rest of my community. There's something I call being an ally to your own kind. Because allyship, I don't think, is just about people who are outside the queer community.
Yeah.
I feel allyship, especially now, is so important to happen within
100%, because there's so many types of people that we include underneath the LGBTQ plus umbrella for good reasons, and there's so much like argument on the internet and stuff about like who belongs and who doesn't or whatever, but still like the bottom line is to make a space for people to feel safe and to connect with other people.
Yeah.
So we're all different though, like we all have these very different viewpoints, different experiences, and even just underneath like the trans umbrella in general, there are so many variations of experience that it's like you 100% need to be an ally to, you know, the people even like very close to you. Like, well, okay, so I think Pride is tough because there are so many different types of people, and there is so much work to still be done.
At the end of the day, it's also like a procession out, you know, on a sunny day.
Mm-hmm.
Being outside on a sunny day is already such like a challenge. There shouldn't be a reason why a day out under the sun with hundreds of thousands of people around you should be unpleasant. Like,
Yeah, unless you don't like people.
unless you don't like people, then you can like celebrate on your own or virtually or however you feel most comfortable. I had my first Pride personally last year. I didn't go this year. Like it took a while because it took a while for like me to actualize like, this is the kind of queer that I am. I'm a queer who goes to Pride. The queerness is even there in the first place because like the day-to-day and like how you're raised in many instances, and I guess mine included, queerness isn't like in the curriculum when you're like raised by your parents. It's something that you teach yourself, something that you do on your own with no guidance, with no one who knows about it to tell you, okay, yes to this, no to that. It's your parents with their life perspective, and for the sake of not getting yelled at in the house, you just like stop doing certain things, at least in front of people. So there's a point you reach in which you're like adult enough or can hide secrets well enough to go do these queer things you've always wanted to do outside and then it finally feels like, oh, okay, but this is what it's about. And then you can decide for yourself whether that's like what you want to do with your time at the time of year or not. But it's a cool experience to have. Drink water. My goodness.
Stay hydrated.
Bring lots of water and get ready for lots of people in colorful outfits.
Let's like end it on drag. How do you relate to drag? Like, why do you like it? I don't know.
I mean, the conversation of drag I don't think can happen without talking about RuPaul's Drag Race. I started watching it like around 2011. I think that show really is responsible for bringing it to like a mainstream audience, because I wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for the fact that it was being brought to the mainstream audience. It's helped to branch out the conversation of like gender and gender expression. It has its own flaws and things that get talked about and get brought up. Like the discourse exists, you know, gay men starting drag because they saw it on a popular TV show but not really understanding much of its roots or like history, understanding how their behavior while in drag might like furthering certain stereotypes. But I think the bottom line, cut and dry, is that beyond being like a really cool mode of gender expression and just self-expression period, I think it like looks super dope. Like it's like a place where fashion and gender meet, and it's a really cool place to, as spectacles go, it's like one of the more exciting, one of the more fun ones to get pumped about.
I checked out Dragula, and that was really cool.
Oh my god,
YouTube show Dragula. It's great.
They're gonna have their third season this August. They've had like alternative drag from the very beginning.
Well, here's their picture.
I like it.
Well, thank you for watching these episodes featuring my friend Juno. And check out his art, junozago.com.
Yes. JUNOZAGO.com.
Thank you to our patrons, Aurora, Sun, and Adam. If you had fun watching this and you want to support on Patreon, go to patreon.com/specialrutabaga. Patreon.com/specialrutabaga. I've been Kier. You've been you. This has been Juno. You know, already know, you know. It sounds like the Anthony Fantano Why You Know review. It reads like you know. So hope you have a good time with the rest of your time. Bye.
Cue from special rutabagas, have a nice day.